Welcome, Thunderbird Nation, to the Thunderbird Coaches Show. I'm Jon Smith. I'll be your host today. I am joined by two very impressive individuals. We got our head football coach, Fitzgerald, and our Visit Cedar City Brian Head student spotlight, Jeremy Perkins. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us. You say that I'll be your host today.
Yeah.
Like there's a day you're not like you're sitting in for someone.
I mean, you never know. Just keeping options open. I'm keeping Marie's options open. She might fire me next week after what I got to say.
We all should do
that. Yeah. Look, gentlemen, we are here at the beautiful Cafe Sabor in a gorgeous day in Cedar City, Utah. Life's pretty good. And also on Fridays here at Cafe Sabor, did you know you can get 2 fajitas for $25? That's a big deal. That's a deal even students can afford. Yeah, absolutely. So come on down. Fridays, Saturdays, they're special. 2 fajitas. Fajitas for 2 for $25. I know I've partaken of that special myself. It's very delicious. Very nutritious. All right, guys. Coach, at the risk of kind of annoying you and maybe being
You're already there.
A little bit of a bigger pain in your butt, I got to ask you, how does it feel to be entering the 50th year of life on this earth?
I'm not 50.
And no, but you're entering the 50th year, sir. You are 49 years old.
Hey, give me a
and
year.
2 days.
1 year from today,
yeah.
I'll be getting my AARP card. Actually, pretty excited about the hotel discounts.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, 10% off.
I don't know. They might have pushed that back to 60 with all the inflation and whatnot. So you're gonna have to wait. Yeah, exactly.
The baby boomers have cost me.
That's it. Look, it was your birthday on Sunday. We got to figure out how to get you a dub on birthday weekend. We lay a little bit of an egg this week, and I remember at Idaho State, you were so beside yourself upset last year.
Now he's twisting the knife.
I told you it was going to be annoying and that you would hate it, but look, next year is the new year. It's going to be your 50th. It's going to be a big deal. We'll phone in the other team. We'll see if they can't lay down. You guys can beat them, and so we can actually celebrate your birthday.
My half a century birthday.
Yeah.
We'll do it again next year.
That's a lot of years, Coach.
John, I went my whole life and never lost on my birthday weekend until last year. So
well, let's not make it happen.
I've had some good grace over my lifetime and over my birthdays. Just the last 2 have been pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, we'll get after it next year. I just wanted to recognize your birthday because I know a lot of people reached out and you didn't answer your phone calls because you were all upset and moody. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad it was your birthday. There's a lot of people that are glad you were born, sir.
On top of watching about 12 hours of film yesterday, and we went to work at 4 a.m. on Sunday morning when we landed the plane. On top of that, I replied to every single person that reached out to me.
That's the stroke of genius that is Fitzgerald. Always reaching out.
I don't know if I said anything that was genius, but there were a lot of thank yous.
Ernie's is more than just a gas stop. It's your one-stop spot for fuel, fresh food, and friendly service. With locations across southern Utah, including one right here in Cedar City, Ernie's makes it easy to fill up and fuel up. Don't forget, Ernie's is home of the world-famous chicken strips, a local favorite that keeps fans coming back. Proudly supporting SUU athletics and proudly serving our community. Stop by Ernie's in Cedar City today.
All jokes aside, look, the T-Birds went down to UC Davis, lost a hard-fought battle against the Aggies down there, 50-34. Let's break down our trip to UC Davis. I got a nice tour of their facility. Their AD was actually a gentleman, really great guy. Rocco, appreciate your time. He was able to show us their weightlifting and football kind of operations building. They've got a few other sports in there as well, but man, it's something else, something to shoot for sure here at SUU. We were excited that they helped us out there. He told us that the attendance figures were crazy. They set a huge record for them. Over 16,000 in attendance, a rowdy and engaged crowd. Let's talk about UC Davis and what happened Saturday night.
Yeah, so you go on these trips and you get the VIP treatment and you get to see the football ops facility. For those of y'all out there, you're the visiting team in FCS football. Here's what you get to see. You get to see the inside of the worst locker room on campus, the worst one they can find. Anything within a mile radius of campus, the worst one. That's what you get to see, and by far the worst toilets, or in our case on Saturday night, no urinals.
UC Davis is probably like, hold my beer when we come down here.
I needed a bathroom break. I went in the bathroom, and Jeremy might have been a part of this, but it was about 24 deep waiting in line. I went, well, I ain't got to use it that bad. So, but pretty rough facilities.
Everyone's got to game a little bit. That's a game situation.
The gamesmanship's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I want to say, and people in Northern California are extremely intelligent, extremely well educated.
Sure.
There weren't 16,000 people in there, John. Not any day of the week, and just like everybody else in FCS football outside of Southern Utah, because we don't. There's some fallacies told when they print those attendance stats.
I did think the same thing. I will say this. Years ago when Frank Poocher was here, he would come up to well, actually, I don't know if I can tell that story. Anyway, there were some numbers that were maybe they were estimates. We'll just call them estimates.
So there's two here, and when the attendance was, and of course we're down 2 scores, and the attendance is announced at the end of the third quarter the other night.
16,000.
I looked at the 3 gentlemen running the chain crew, and I said, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Going to tell that bold-faced lie over the intercom while the game's going on. But at our last school, I go into the guy that does the attendance, and I said, hey. And he may or may not have had a few beverages before some of our games.
Sure.
And I said, how do you get to the numbers you get to? And he said, I lean out of the press box, and I look as far as I can left and as far as I can right, and then I just guess. I was like, hey, that's good right there.
We just, what we should do? We should just say revenue. We need to see what the revenue is.
UC Davis, they didn't guess. They told a fib.
Maybe.
Making themselves look good for recruits, and it does. The more you say, the more recruits like it. Hey, I'm going to get to go play in front of 16,000. Rather than the truth, I'm going to get to go and play in front of 8,000 or 9,000 people.
Yeah, my fair estimate, honest fair estimate might have been in the 11,000 range. But that's still a lot of folks that came up to watch our football.
You also tell people you're 6 foot tall.
I am 6 foot tall.
Might be a little high on both of them.
You tripping.
Might be stretching a little bit on. Last thing I'll say, and let's move to football.
I was going to say, it's your birthday. Yeah. I'm letting you get away with a lot here.
What happens at some of the stadiums is corporate sponsors and the businesses around town, they'll buy 100 tickets here and they'll buy 500 tickets there, and that is counted. That's counted in the numbers. Yeah. And they might buy 100 tickets.
Sure.
And then only
send
50,
10 people.
50 people show up out of the 100, but it counts as the full 100.
Makes sense. All right, back to the football game. Now that we've hashed their attendance habits.
You see, I've avoided this topic.
I know, Coach, but this is going to be a long show if we avoid it. So let's go ahead and get after it.
John, we had a smooth trip, and it's one of our easiest road trips. And you get on a plane and here in Cedar, and we charter to Sacramento, and we're off in an hour and 20 minutes. And the hotel there is nice, and we've stayed in the hotel before, and we're going to stay in it again next year.
Sure.
But the hotel's nice and accommodating, and the place is great. We get a chance to have a walkthrough on Friday evening at Davis, come back, get a great meal, walk through meetings, and then we go to bed. We get up the next day, and it is a little bit, and the older you get, the less you want to do this. We sit around the hotel all day, and we're waiting on game time and waiting on time to get into game mode. So you get to watch a little bit of college football, and then we get into it. Well, we come out, and I won't go play-by-play, but they kick off to us. And we get a first down or two, and then the drive stalls, and we punt the ball to Davis, and they scored their first drive on us fairly easy, a lot easier than it should have been.
Yeah.
We get the football again and go 2 first downs. We're driving again, and we're having success on offense and executing, and we turn the football over. We had a situation where a young man runs a route, and he's not ready to play football when he should have been ready, and he doesn't snap his eyes around, doesn't snap his head around, and the ball bounces off of his shoulder straight up in the air, and they intercept it.
Yep.
They go score again. So we're down 14 early. kind of get composed on offense and defense after that, and we played well the rest of the half. 5 or 6 minutes left. And in the half, we're 14-14.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give the guys credit for bouncing back. They gave 2 scores out right away, and for them to have that kind of fortitude to come back, they tied it up 14-14, and off we go.
Yeah.
Off we go again, right?
That's exactly right. Off we go again. They score. Catch us sleeping on a PAT field goal block team and score 2-point conversions. Now it's 22-14. We respond by getting the football and going right back down the field and scoring. We missed a 2-point conversion to tie it. That there was a missed call by the officials, and it is what it is. That we can't let the DBs hold us.
Yeah.
We have to be more physical and get their hands off of us and get open on the route. But there was a missed call there. We go into halftime. We're down 22-20.
Yeah.
We don't feel great about ourselves, but we know we're right in this with the number 9 team in the country, and we're playing them even Steven on offense and defense.
Yep.
John, I thought halftime went well, and I thought the halftime adjustments were good halftime adjustments. Came out in the second half, and we give up a touchdown first play second half. First offensive play by UC Davis in the second half, we give up a touchdown, and then all of a sudden we're down 9. We score, and now we're down 1 score. Actually stop them, get the football back, and we've got a chance to drive the field. And actually,
all the way to
we've got a chance to drive the field, take the lead. Late in the third quarter, midway through the third quarter, we get down in the red zone, turn the football over, and from that point on, just didn't play very well. So the last 20 minutes of the game, I'd say, didn't play very well. John, we currently have a belief system, and our guys are playing for each other on offense and doing some really, really good things. We have to find that on defense, and it has to be real quick. As the head coach, anybody that's not all in and not executing a play call and not believing in what the guy beside him is doing and the guy behind him is doing and what the coaching staff is calling, I've got to make decisions and get them off the field going forward. And then we're really young. We're really young, but we're playing hard on special teams. John, we just got to execute better on special teams.
Yeah.
But coming out of that game Saturday night, to summarize it, played well enough on offense to win. Now the scary part of that, and for this guy and his teammates on offense, is that can change any week.
Sure.
But we feel good about ourselves offensively the last 2 weeks, and we've got to keep that going this week also. But we have to execute better on special teams. And then one more time, our defensive guys have to start believing in themselves and each other, or there has to be some changes.
Yeah. Couple highlights, if you're okay. I wrote down just to highlight some good things that happened.
If I'm not okay, do I still have to listen to it?
Sure do.
Okay.
The combo of Dye and Whistler, it caught my attention. Those guys both, I think Whistler had his best game that I've seen in 3 years, to be honest. Like, I thought he ran with a little more passion, a little more fire in his belly, and showed up in the stats. He had a great game. Josh Dye, look, another massive game for him. It was like 155 yards net, a couple touchdown. Braden had 2 touchdowns. Really playing nice there in the backfield. Gabe Nunez showed up as he always does. Another monster game. 8 catches, 106 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, I mean, those were. I thought the O-line, obviously, when you run for 200 and some odd yards, 240 yards and a few touchdowns, O-line is doing their job and blocking for those guys. Some of the things, though, that were tough, poor Bronson Barron, he saw what a beautiful night it was from his back, looking up at the stars. 5 sacks.
Nay's twisting the knife in you.
No, I gave you the.
Nay's on you.
I did the Utah thing. I was sweet first.
They call him the Velvet Hammer.
I should bless their heart. They they went for 5 sacks, a bunch of hurries, a bunch of knockdowns. I'm sure they did a great job in the run game and the pass game. Obviously, a little more pressure than Bronson would like, I'm sure. But
there are some things that we have to fix on offense, and when we fix them, we're going to rattle off 50 points.
Absolutely.
In a couple of games.
Yeah.
We'll get better as it goes. You brought up Braden Whistler first, and I'm a lot more appreciative of Braden than some other people are, but boy, is he steady, and you can count on him every practice, and you can count on him every game, and I can't say enough about him, but I'll give you this one, and this is, he's been a good football player for us for 4 straight years and one of our best practice players. He don't say anything. He never any trouble and just shows up and works extremely hard. And if you don't look right at him, you don't even know he's there. But I'll give you this one. And one of the years he was here at some point in time, he dives on a fumble punt in practice and his shoulder comes out. And he jogs off the field, has the athletic trainer put his shoulder back in and just jogs right back onto the field.
Goes about his business.
And there's about 90% of all college football players that are done for a while when that happens.
That's why I don't play football.
I understand.
I would be very disappointed.
You would disappoint me?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, he's my type of kid. He's my type of football player.
I look up to those kind of guys.
Tough as nails, works real hard.
That's great.
Josh Dye is having a good season. We knew when we signed Josh that he was going to be a good football player. He's got to find it in himself mentally and physically to finish the season as well as he started it. These guys up front, with the exception of the San Diego game, they played well up front, and we're getting a little better each week.
Agree.
Bronson's playing well on offense. And then give it to some of those unsung. Hayden George starting his first game as a freshman at tight end on Saturday night. It didn't play great, but he played good. He played above average to good, and he's got a chance to be special going down the road. But we're excited about our offensive unit. Got to get the wide receivers playing full speed 100% of the time. And when that happens, those 50 points are going to come also.
Yeah. Look, the defense gave up 519 yards on 48 plays. That's almost 11 yards a play.
He's taking the velvet off the hammer, just hitting me over the head with
No,
it
hey,
right
look,
now.
we got to talk about it. I would be remiss, I would be irresponsible as a host if I didn't talk about the other side of the football. 7 touchdowns for the second time in a row. Look, what's going on over there? Talk to us. We just as the fandom, as some people, we just want to know what's going on over there and how you plan on tightening up on defense.
Yeah, we have to come together as a team, and the belief thing, and I'm not going to keep pounding that drum, but they have to believe in what's going on.
Sure.
And then, John, there's this thing called synergy, where the sum, where when you bring it all together, you're a lot better than just your parts individually.
Yeah.
When our defense, and I watched our defense play really well through camp and put it on our offense several different days.
Absolutely, I've seen it.
And Jeremy got to see it too. Yeah. And then we came out against Idaho State and played real well the first game. And then we frayed a little bit. So coming back together will be a big part of what we do this week. But they are a lot better when they're galvanized and when they're synergy than they are when they're individuals, and they have to understand that.
Yeah, I made a note. That's exactly, almost verbatim what I said. You guys got to play for each other, not for the individual.
Correct.
And also, I think that applies to the coaches. You got to play for the coach. Look, not everyone's perfect. Not every call is going to be the best call. But the reality is, look, they want you to succeed as well, right?
Sure.
So galvanizing and trusting and being a team and a teammate at this point where the defense is a little low, maybe the offense can go and drag them up. Bring them up with them. You can either get dragged down or you can pull someone up. And I know that we have the type of players and the type of young men and student athletes that don't like to lose, don't want to lose. And the reality is
we've given up 50 points back-to-back games, and you like those stats. And then
they are the stats. I don't like them. I wish they were different.
Cal Davis scored 50 points on like 48 plays. It's hard to do.
Yeah,
it's hard to do. We'll bounce back after 2 50-point games. We're going to bounce back, and our guys are going to play really hard this week.
Absolutely. Coach, anything else? Let's talk to Jeremy real quick about the football game. On the O-line, in the trenches, what did it look like there for you in the trenches? What was working? What did they give you fits at?
I would say definitely towards the second half. What was giving us a lot of fits was the twists.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that, but that's kind of what got us off guard, I think, a little bit.
Sure.
We had talked about it all week long, but it just comes down to –
You knew it was coming.
It comes down to execution,
Absolutely.
Right? In the game. We have to be able to execute. And really that's what it comes down to is executing.
Yeah.
When we believe in each other, when we are there for each other, man, like I think about when we're coming out on an offensive drive, we band together. We say, hey, first down, let's go down and score, right?
Yeah.
But it really comes down to that execution, right? Believing in, like Coach Fitz said, believing in your brothers, believing in, for me, I'm a right guard, so my right tackle and my center, Ed and Sione, and Cy and these different guys, just believing in them that they're going to do their job and I'm going to do mine.
Sure. Love it. They had a fairly physical front. I thought you matched physicality pretty well in the trenches. Give us a little bit of insight. I mean, I think the common fan, and I am the common fan, I don't really understand what goes on in the trenches. I mean, it's close combat, right? And it's a lot of hand fighting. It's a lot of man-on-man strength, power. What is it?
You left technique. It is much
It's
more.
like judo to me.
It's much more fundamental in technique than anybody ever gives it credit.
Absolutely. I wanted to highlight that because I know
people
that.
think they just come off a line and bang
smash
heads,
each other.
and the person that bangs the hardest actually wins. That's not the way it works.
Yeah.
It's leverage and
Lots
hand
of footwork, lots of hand placement.
leverage, hand placement.
I hear, and you can correct me because I'm only observing here, but hand violence.
Yes.
Like how fast do you pop?
Yeah.
What shoulder do you pop?
Right.
If they're coming this way and they're trying to rip, how do you spin their leverage?
Yeah.
Those are all things that I just think kind of go over the average fan's head. But
They do.
you guys are, kind of impressive athletes.
Technique is a huge thing, and I think Coach White, best O-line coach in the country for sure. He preaches technique. He preaches playing fast, physical, and together, right?
For sure.
And but like you're saying, it's not just running off the ball and hitting someone.
And smacking somebody, yeah.
There's a lot more to it. There's foot placement. There's how fast we're getting off, right? Putting that weight into your, like if I'm going right, then I got to put that weight into my left leg first, right?
Yeah.
Drive catch, first step, second step through the crotch, and you just go. It's crazy. There's so much into it. You're talking about pass pro, right? I'm hitting the logo and under the armpit, right? And it's independent strike if they're not giving me a speed rush. It's double hand strike if they're giving me a speed rush. There's a million things that are going through my head in every single rep, right? It's not just.
Those are some good nuggets, ladies and gentlemen, from one of the best to do it, Jeremy Perkins.
But what I will say is you can solve a lot of problems with speed and aggression, right? That's for me, and Coach White will tell you this. I'm not the most athletically gifted on the team. In the O-line room, I'm probably bottom of the barrel, athletically gifted. But what I've found success in is just giving 100% effort.
Yeah.
Firing off the ball, right? Speed and aggression, solving my problems with speed and aggression.
That's awesome.
SUU legend James Kowser. He gives speeches every off season.
Coaches,
violent. He says violence cures a lot of things.
Violence
solves a lot of things.
Violent feet.
And you don't want them leading with their head, and you don't want them leading with their shoulders. So where are you violent at? You're violent with your hands.
Yeah. That's great. Great nuggets. Great insight to the trench play, and I'm sure the defensive line would have obviously the antithesis of that, or how to get an O lineman off balance, et cetera, et cetera. But we really appreciate that, Jeremy.
When it comes to smiles, Thunderbird fans know who to trust: Webster Orthodontics, the preferred orthodontist of SUU athletics. They're the reason Thor the Thunderbird has that beautiful game day grin, and they can do the same for you. Whether it's braces or Invisalign, Webster Ortho provides personalized care and outstanding results, proudly supporting SUU athletics and our community. Visit WebsterSmiles.com today to schedule your consultation. Webster Orthodontics. Show off that Thunderbird smile.
Jeremy, you are our Visit Cedar City Bryan Head Student Spotlight. One of my favorite T-Birds, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see why, and if you haven't already. Great player, even greater human being. He's created a beautiful little human being that was sitting over there. Great family man. Let's talk a little bit to our Visit Cedar City Bryan Head Spotlight, Jeremy Perkins. Perk, look, where's home? We'll get the niceties out of the way, and then we'll talk a little ball. But where's home? Tell us where home is.
Yeah, so I'm from Mesquite, Nevada. So just an hour and a half trip down south.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
High school?
Virgin Valley High School.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs. I remember
only
the
high school
Bulldogs.
there.
Well, and then you go a little further south and you get into Moapa Valley, and so
arch rivals there.
Yeah, the arch rivals.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Well, look, the Bulldogs take care of business, right?
He never misses a chance.
I'm just saying.
Only lost to him once my high school career.
I'm just painting the picture. I'm just an artist here. What's your major? What'd you come up here to go to school for?
Math education. So my parents are actually educators as well.
Fantastic.
My dad's an assistant superintendent down there in Las Vegas area, CCSD.
Yeah, sure.
My mom's a 5th grade teacher.
That's awesome. So do you plan on going into teaching after your career?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I want to teach.
Teacher?
Math teacher.
Wow.
Yeah. High school, middle school. I mean, I love all things math. It's kind of a weird thing.
You should be a middle school math teacher because middle school is the hardest. Those kids are wild. And I don't think you'd let them get away with much.
Yeah.
I think you could set the trend of students in your school to the upward path.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want a teacher coming at you like, with violent hands. So, what's your favorite football moment here at SUU?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say my first year here, just thinking of Sam Houston, our last game. Like I remember we were all fired up for that. Coach Fitz is like, we have the opportunity to beat what is going to be an FBS opponent. And we came fired up. I just remember, for some reason, halftime, and they were playing one of the songs that I love the most. I think it was like, I don't know what the song is, but it's like where everybody's swaying back and forth. And we were just like lit, like we were just
vibing it.
Swag surfing.
Yeah.
Yes. Just excited to be there. You look over.
I'm ashamed of myself that I know what song that is.
You look over on the other sideline and they're dead. I mean, we had them, and I knew from that moment we were going to get them. We were going to win.
That's awesome.
We were there.
You took the light out of their eyes, and they were just finished.
Yeah.
It was a rainy, cold day, was it not?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't go. It's one of the only games I've missed in like 12 years.
As miserable as anything, it's a good thing we won now.
Yeah.
About 48 degrees, pouring down raining. I got the bright idea that if I put 4 layers on, that it just wouldn't get to me, right?
Yeah. But
so I put everything on in my suitcase. And by the end of the first quarter, I got no dry clothes to wear home. I actually borrowed Jeff Tukawafu's dirty clothes to ride back on the plane. But when you win, it's all good.
No, that scent is the scent of winning as opposed to.
But Jeremy's right. That one was pretty special.
Look, I've been to Sam Houston twice. The result was not as good as what you guys had, and I think I am banned now from ever traveling to Sam Houston because when I'm gone, y'all win, and I love that. So I'll just watch it from home, let you guys take care of business. It's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Jeremy, do you have any hidden talents? Do you have anything that just T-Bird Nation would be surprised? I mean, here's this lineman. He's a family guy. I mean, tell me a little bit about the talents other than football.
I actually did some musicals back in high school.
Yeah.
I was in High School Musical, the musical.
You were in High School Musical,
and
the musical.
Was Troy Bolton.
You were the guy.
So I like singing a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, I get that from
singing, acting,
from my parents and my grandparents, and
that's
acting's not my favorite, but I think the singing part. I like singing a lot.
Got it. Very cool. And then like growing up, you've gone through your scholastics. Is math? I mean, I guess I'm foreshadowing the question, but what's your favorite subject to study?
Definitely math.
Mathematics.
Yeah. I love, honestly, in college here at SUU, I've loved some of these education classes that I've had.
Okay. How to teach?
Yeah, how to teach,
okay.
Right? And I am so excited to be a teacher.
That's awesome.
And a lot of people can't say that, right? But I actually had the opportunity last week to go down to St. George. And I was back up for practice every single day. Yeah.
Excellent.
And I was just doing a little bit of student teaching at Dixie High School there. But just seeing these aha moments from some of these students was just amazing.
Very cool.
Like I was able to connect with some of these students that my mentor teacher wasn't able to.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see. I mean, it just instilled that belief in me. Hey, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I want to inspire students to be better. I want them to be able to achieve their full potential.
Yeah, I love that. I think young minds, when someone can engage them at their level and engage them and get them motivated to like a subject, I think that maybe some people might not just go in loving math. You changed a lot of lives. I'm excited. The future is bright, Thunderbird Nation. We got Jeremy Perkins coming in to educate our youth. This is a good thing. Thank you so much for being here. That wraps that segment. We'll move on to Pizza My Mind, sponsored by Pizza Hut. Look, Thunderbird Nation, Pizza Hut is offering a fantastic deal to students and really everyone of Thunderbird Nation. Get a medium 1-item pizza and a 20-ounce drink for only $9.99. That's a phenomenal deal. One medium 1-item pizza, 20-ounce drink for $9.99. Use the code MEAL034B. That's MEAL034B at checkout to get that deal from Pizza Hut. I had a bunch of questions actually come through. I will be honest, most of them were very inappropriate. I don't know if Thunderbird Nation was just a little riled up. However, I will say I found this one. There was a common theme, and one was basically, what are the steps that you follow as a coach to improve when adversity strikes? I mean, adversity has stricken a little bit here on the defensive side of the football. What, as a coach, do you implore and employ to right the ship, so to speak?
Yeah, well, each week, whether we're successful or not successful, one of the things you do is listen and learn to the players. But you want to hear where the coaches think we're at and what they think is good and what they think's bad, and you want to hear where the players are at, and you try to meet it somewhere in the middle, John.
Yeah.
But here the bottom line in this entire thing is that there is a process. You finish a game up and win or lose, you're going to enjoy it. Win, you're going to enjoy it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Lose, you're going to just sit and think about it for 24 hours, and then you have to flush it and move on.
Yeah.
And we're making some adjustments on defense this week and going to make some changes to attempt to play better.
Yeah.
And go out on Saturday night and get after it.
I think that's fair. Good insight. Follow-up question to that is, how does it feel to be so old?
They're funny. Y'all are funny.
He's only 1 year older than me, but it's a full year. I mean, so I'm looking for a preview of what to expect when I'm that old.
Wow. I don't know. Hey, what do you look forward to? Just each day. I enjoy life.
You start eating a little earlier and going to bed a little earlier.
My life is pretty good, and my friends are pretty good, and hey, hanging out with kids like him.
Yeah.
Is pretty enjoyable, and we got a lot of enjoyable young men on our football program. So, but I enjoy living in Cedar City and enjoy coaching.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of the.
A lot of people in this world got it worse than me, John.
Yeah, that's a fact, and we appreciate you being here and doing your thing here at Southern Utah.
I appreciate you talking about how old I am over and over and over again.
Repetition and execution, I believe, were the phrases that we used last week to be successful.
That's why he's good. That's why he's good at golf.
Yeah,
repetition and execution.
Coach, you did mention, look, there's in college football and in life, really, there's always you take your knocks, you learn from it, you move on. There's another weekend that we got to look forward to. This week is a special week, though, in Cedar City. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year. I'm not going to talk about the crisp air or anything, or the leaves changing, or anything like that.
Y'all don't have any leaves here.
Yeah, up on the mountain.
There's no tree. There's no trees for the leaves to change.
No, up on the mountain, it goes from green to red.
I was born and raised on the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Were they blue?
No, absolutely not.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
But with beautiful foliage.
I'm sure. So look, homecoming is upon us here in Cedar City and Thunderbird Nation. The alumni, they migrate back to Cedar City. They come and visit, kind of relive the glory days, reminded of their youthful experiences in Cedar City. It's an exciting time. The University of West Georgia coming across country to go to battle with the Thunderbirds. Give us the lowdown on the Wolves of the University of West Georgia. Off to a 4-0 start. What are the keys to victory?
4-0.
Yeah.
What more do you need to say? Played 4 games, won all 4 of them, beat some good football programs.
Played well.
Beat Eastern Kentucky this past weekend, and Eastern Kentucky's won 3 or 4 national titles and played for another 3 or 4 national titles and produced a lot of good football players. So big win for them, but they're ranked 18th in the country. Joel Taylor, the head coach, has done a great job. Their offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, their position coaches have done a nice job coaching that football team. And I don't want to say something that's wrong, but you're talking about a team that won 4 games all of last year.
Right.
And now they're 4-0. They've done a really nice job at recruiting, weight room, summer conditioning.
Turning that roster.
Obviously, well, they haven't turned it. It's the same players.
Is it?
It's the same players, and they've done a nice job of developing those players. Everybody's got a couple new players.
Sure, I thought that was built through the transfer portal, but that was the farm system.
With
so to
the
speak.
portal and the NIL, you can't get around there being a couple of new players.
Yeah.
Most of their state quarterback was there last year, tailback was there last year, wide receivers, O-line, D-line. They had a linebacker on Saturday score 8 points by himself, scooped and scored for a touchdown, had a safety at the end of the game.
Wow.
He's been there 2 or 3, 4 years. That they've done a nice job developing their players. And the theme of this podcast has been belief.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of guys running around that football program right now that believe what they're doing. They believe in what the coaches are doing. They believe in what's called.
Yeah.
What else you want from me?
No, that sounds good.
Here's the key. Here's the
give
key
us
to
a few highlights of
the
how
key
they
to
play.
Saturday night is that after 3 hours of playing ball, from 6:30 to 9:30, we have to score at least one more point than them. If we're able to score one more point than them, it'll be a success.
That was like the Madden moment, like the master of the obvious.
There you go, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, Captain Obvious.
Captain Obvious.
Are they run heavy? Are they
asked,
throw the ball?
no,
What are they like on defense?
So they're balanced.
Let's talk some football.
They're balanced on offense, and obviously they've got some misdirection and some triple option principles in their offense, but their quarterback's done a nice job of running it. Both tailbacks, and then they give it to the slot wide receivers on some of the fly sweep stuff, and they've done a good job there. Hit you with the big play. Their quarterback in a big play situation is going to look for number 86, and 86, who is a returning player for them, has hauled in some big catches for them, and that's really helped them. They flip over on defense, and Jon, extremely active. New defensive coordinator. I think they got 2 maybe co-coordinators, but 3 guys on their defensive staff are all former defensive coordinators, and they're doing a nice job there of getting those guys running to the football. They play physical when they get there. They're very athletic. Hey, opportunistic. Is the word. They scored 9 points. You count the PAT, scored 9 points on defense last weekend to help beat Eastern Kentucky, but just run to the football. And then, Jon, they are electric on special teams. The punt returner and the kick returner can really go get it. Don't know how or why he landed there, but a young man had played at Georgia Southern for 2 or 3 years, FBS, and it played really, really well. Had played really well and led Georgia Southern in kick and punt returns. He transfers to West Georgia, and he's been a star so far.
Interesting.
Hey, kickers don't have a weakness, Jon. Their kickers done a nice job.
So just really well
kickers
balanced.
And punters, they're solid
Across offense, defense,
they're
and
solid.
special teams.
We're going to have to play well just to hang in there on Saturday.
For sure. I think that Southern Utah University's football team. I think there's a lot of belief still. It's a young in the season, 1 and 3. But look, we're 4 points away, 5 points away from really turning the tables and being so close. Hopefully, we got a lot of hunger, a lot of fire in the belly to end up playing together. Not for selfish reasons.
Almost sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
No, I'm here. I'm in. I'm always in. Whether the good times and the bad times.
Me too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me too. We're going to be fine.
It takes belief. It takes faith, right?
Today's our guy's day off for the week.
Yeah.
And we'll wake up tomorrow and really get after it
absolutely.
This week.
Coach, do you have anything else to discuss homecoming week?
Yeah, we're going to discuss Naki putting us in this gear. I'm going to use it in this gear. And what y'all can't tell at home is I'm hotter than fish grease in this thing. It's 80 degrees in this restaurant right now, and I'm in here sweating. I got to go home. I haven't done anything and have to go home and take a shower now. But we are attempting to market and brand. Yeah, we're promoting. That's the word. I was going to say, we're promoting the old school Dirty Bird and hope everybody likes the logo, but our university uses this a little more and a little more each year.
Yeah,
but
let me get the promo.
It goes back a lot of years. You were going to read something on it.
Well, I'm still going to.
I stole your thunder.
No, you just highlight. You set the table.
I set the table.
You set the table,
I
Coach.
primed it.
Yeah. Look, Thunderbird Nation, if you've noticed, how could you not notice also?
If y'all
handsome gentleman up here.
If y'all have noticed, I'm sweating.
We've been wearing some new gear. It's here. kind of courtesy of SUU Bookstore. We appreciate them running a 2-week promotion that is open to everyone. If you go to the store, it's store.suu.edu. Use the promo Fighting Bird. You can get 20% off of these items and a few other items out there. So again, that is store.suu.edu. Use the promo Fighting Bird to get 20% off these items and others. Coach, let's go to the shout-outs. We get a shout-out, close this deal. Jeremy Perkins, who you want to shout out?
First and foremost, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man.
Paula.
Everything to him, for real.
Absolutely.
He's the reason I can be here.
Excellent.
Shout out to my wife and to my daughter.
They're around.
Yeah. Katie and Vivian.
Oh, there they are.
Just amazing.
Katie's doing a phenomenal job of keeping Vivian quiet.
Absolutely.
She is.
Beautiful.
Just so much support from my wife, for sure. From my family. They love me so much. Allow me to do what I'm doing, playing football.
Jeremy, a lot of people love you, man. I hope you feel the love from Thunderbird Nation.
I really do.
All right.
Love the T-Birds.
My love for you is conditional on how well you play.
Fair. Shout out to my parents. I mean, they watch this show every single week.
Shout out.
So
Shout out. Mr. Perkins.
Yeah, and shout out to my brothers on the team. I love every single one of them. I play for them every single week.
Great.
Gonna give my all from this week and every single week.
Fantastic, man. Appreciate that. Coach, shout-outs?
It's on me now. Hey, shout out to everybody back home. Thank you for the birthday wishes yesterday. Appreciate you all. And to my family back home who watches all of our games, even though for them it's, we're kicking off at 10 p.m. So shout out to them. Hey, everybody in here, Regan, this doesn't happen without you. Jon Smith, you, Marguerite, Neil, Joe, Linda, Katie, Vivian, how about I'm drawing a blank on your name. How about that? Jennifer and David. I had to go this way instead of this way. I love you, David. You know that. Tim Arnold's here watching. Miss Marie Tuitt, the love of my life. Miss Layla Fitzgerald, my daughter, my youngest. Autumn is here and Naki is here. I think I got everybody in here, but thank you guys for being here. And then thank you for everything. Great place to work. Great place to live. We've had that conversation a couple times. Now, there's no darn leaves in this town. He starts talking about.
You don't have to rake your lawn.
No, you do not.
No.
He starts talking about the crispness in the air, and he's correct. It gets chilly up on the top of this mountain. Yeah, but they ain't had a tree here since Christ left. Guys, thank you to everybody.
Bless your heart. Look, I got a couple shout-outs myself. Of course, for the birthday boy, thanks for joining us. Mr. Mark Levitt, I don't know if you knew it's his birthday today. So a lot of my friends are born in the end of September. Appreciate you, Mark, everything you do for the Thunderbird Nation. Behind the scenes, people don't realize, but a great supporter and a great guy to be around. Also, traveling around the country as we do, family and friends of these players, man, the sacrifice and the time and the money they put in following these guys around, it's awesome. Thunderbird Nation is always, people are coming up to me left and right. They watch the show. They're excited about Southern Utah University athletics. Not really a bad word to be spoken. Lots of positivity and belief from Thunderbird Nation. So look, I just really appreciate all the warm welcomes and great conversations we have with Thunderbird Nation. That about wraps our show. I'm grateful to be with you guys tonight. For Mr. Jeremy Perkins, head coach Delane Fitzgerald, I'm Jon Smith signing off. Go T-Birds.
Go Thunderbirds.